places. You can even watch Good Things live on C Spire TV. If you've got that, then we're on Channel 70 right next to the Weather Channel, which just says brr for the rest of the week. But you'll also see over at SuperTalk TV, you'll see I've got a wonderful photo of a woman welding. Yes, you like to see that. And joining us is Genesis Ivory. She's an ambassador for East Mississippi Community College Welding Technology Program. They're gearing up for their 2023 term that's going to start in January. And she's one of the few certified women welders in the Golden Triangle. So welcome, Genesis.
Hello, Miss Rebecca. How are you?
I am doing well, and I am so inspired and in awe by watching you because this is one of those traits I just don't know if I would even be able to do. But it's needed, and it's such a cool job. So where did you even get inspired to get into welding?
Honestly, my older sister is a welder, and I've also, just over the years, I've always heard the men welders that I know just speak about the money that they make, the things that they've actually made welding. Also, what just intrigued me is the places that welders have taken them, and I love to travel. So that was just like, okay, so yeah, I'm interested. Let me see what's going on here.
So so what was next? So it's one thing to be like, okay, that's kind of interesting. I think I could do that. I could make a good living and travel. How do you get educated in it? What was sort of your thought process and where to even find school, Genesis?
One thing about me is if it intrigued me, I research. I research literally everything. So once I did my research, I was on Google and I saw a lot of different things. I saw a couple women welding. And again, I spoke with my older sister, and the program that she took was EMCC at the GT campus, and she spoke highly of the program. She spoke highly of the career that she was in. She absolutely loved what she did. So I went ahead and I actually applied then to the program.
So how long is the program? I know y'all are gearing up for another semester coming January. Is it like a 4-year program, a 2-year program? How does this particular welding technology program work?
Well, East Mississippi Community College actually have two campuses, the GT program, which is in Mayhew, and the Scuba Tech program, which is in Scuba. The two welding programs that both campuses have is the 9-month certification program. The 9-month certification program certifies you in all form and methods of welding. It also certifies you in the National Center for Construction Education and Research, which is the NCCER core, level 1 welding and level 2 welding certification, as well as certifications in AWS. They also have a 2-year associate's program, which gives you the same certification as the 9-month certification program, but you'll also have an associate's degree in applied science, and you'll also take classes in pipe fitting, advanced pipe fitting, metallurgy, welding code, and you'll also have more certifications in the NCCER level 1 pipe fitting and level 2 pipe fitting.
Wow. That's a lot. And I think that more need to know that this is an opportunity now. Usually when you think of community college, you think of people coming right out of high school or graduating. Genesis, I don't know your route. You may have graduated from high school and then chose that. But is this program open to people, at different stages of education or maybe gaps from graduation?
Yes, ma'am. The program is open to everyone. Honestly, I'm 30 years old. So when I entered the program, I've already graduated high school, already had a degree in education, and when I entered the program, my first day, I was the only female in the room with a bunch of younger guys, fresh out of high school. I think it was two other young men over the age of 25. So in the program, you can be fresh out of high school, being in other workforces and want to take up welding. So in the program, you don't have to just, it's from all stages of life. Again, I'm 30 years old in the program.
Well, I love that. I mean, and that goes to speak to ladies listening, but also gentlemen, if you're looking to make a career change. I know you mentioned, hey, the pay and sort of the opportunity is what drew you to it. And then you've got to get there and sort of do it. So what was it like, Genesis, the first time? I guess you put on the helmet and you fired up the torch. I think I'm maybe using the wrong terminology.
You used the right word.
And got to give it a try. What was that like?
Listen, within the first week, I gave my instructor Cliff Sanders the background. Hey, look, I'm terrified of fire. I'm terrified of fire. So he was just like, well, we're gonna get you a torch in your hand, and you're gonna overcome your fear. Well, this particular day, I think it was maybe 30 degrees. It was freezing. Came in the shop and forgot my steel toe boots. And he was like, oh, you're not gonna need it. You're not gonna need it. We're just gonna let you watch. But I wanted to actually use the torch and cut. We were doing a project. I had on flare leg jeans and Adidas shoes. Had the torch in my hand. I'm cutting the plate, doing the project. And on my ankles, I just feel, like some heat. I'm feeling sparks. I didn't stop because at the time, Cliff was standing behind me. I was like, well, maybe it's just sparks from the torch. But the fire never did stop. I looked down. Again, at the time, I'm terrified of fire. From my calf to the tip of my Adidas shoes was on fire. I'm panicking. I'm screaming. Cliff was standing behind me, and he just calmly bent down, grabbed my pants leg and my shoe, and he sucked the oxygen out with his hand, and he just put the fire out. He looked up. You okay? You're fine. Go ahead and finish. And he was just calm, and I'm just like, you know what? I need a minute.
And it didn't scare you away, though?
No, it did scare me away because the guys in the class were so tickled, and I'm just like, y'all laughing, and I'm scared. But at that moment, it put a sense of, okay, well, if you're terrified of fire and you allow him to put a torch in your hand, you just set yourself on fire, and you didn't leave this shop, you can continue. You can come back tomorrow. You can come back next week. And that's what I did. At the time, I was working a full-time job. I was going to school full-time. I'm a mother. And still terrified of fire, but it didn't stop me. I kept going every day. And I grew to absolutely love what I do.
And now you've graduated the program there at East Mississippi Central, correct?
At this moment, I finished the 9-month certification, which makes me a certified welder in all methods. I go back in January for the spring semester, and in May, I will actually graduate with the associate's degree.
Congratulations. So what's the big dream? You mentioned you want to travel. Everybody wants to make good money. I haven't met anybody that turns that down. But the traveling part is kind of specific. So what's the end goal for you, Genesis? Where do you want to, what's your dream welding gig?
The dream welding gig, again, I do want to travel, but at the end of it all, I actually want to sit down, settle down, and come back to my hometown at the vocational center, and I actually want to teach welding.
All right. You want to inspire other young women or females to maybe take on professions that don't necessarily traditionally lend themselves to it?
Yes, that is definitely what I want to do. I want to speak to all, because as of right now, I currently do have a conversation with different young ladies, because I've had this one lady say, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to wear. I like to wear my nails. I always tell them, look, you can wear your long nails. You can do this. You can do that. Welding is not just a man's. It's just not a man job. Like, everyone can weld. Women are actually the best welders, and that is the goal. That is the dream. That is what I want to actually get out in the world, that women make the best welders. Women can be welders.
What makes us the best? Just attention to detail, or is there other reasons?
Yes, that is specifically why women are the best welders. We pay close attention to detail, and we also have a steady hand.
I like it. You go, girl. Well, you're inspiring me. I love it. And I know you mentioned your sister is also a welder, but one of your sisters we've had on the program before, Miss Tyra, she's the one who owns the Subway franchise. Let me just say, there's something in y'all's DNA that's just like go-getter. She's not the one that's also the welder, right?
No, ma'am. My older sister, Molisha Brown, she's the welder.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what is it about you fierce ladies, but is there just 3 of you, or is there more Ivorys out there conquering the world in Mississippi?
My mother actually has 3 daughters. Is Crystal, Tyra, and I. My father has 6 in all, Molisha Brown, Nikita Clark, and I have a sister by the name of Tiffany, and we are all definitely awesome.
You really are, but it's the passion, it's the grit, it's the determination to sort of pave your own path in your own different ways. And I just love your openness, the fact that you're 30 and you decided to change course, whether that's welding or not. I think that's inspiring. You mentioned, though, too, that the 2023, I can't believe I'm saying that, semester is coming up. If we're interested in it, Genesis, where do we go to sign up and get started?
So You'll go to the East Mississippi Community College website. There's a link that says apply. Of course, you'll click that link to apply. You apply as a student. It'll ask you for the program. You'll select the Welding Technology Program. Again, EMCC has 2 campuses. You can either apply to the GT campus or the Scuba campus. The Scuba campus the Scuba Tech programs, starts in August of 2023. They are only right now offering day classes for the August program. The GT campus has 2 programs that'll start in January and also in August, and they are also they're offering day and night classes.
All righty, girl. Well, the sky's the limit for you. I appreciate your time and your story. I bet we'll have you back with one of your future students. How about that?
Yes, ma'am. Let's hope so.
All right. Merry Christmas, girl.
Thank you, and Happy New Year.
All righty. Y'all stick with us. We got more good for you coming up.